In 2019, the Storm Area 51 event, a social media-driven movement sparked by a joke on Facebook, further popularized the myth surrounding Area 51. Millions of people signed up for the event, although only 6,000 showed up at a festival called Alienstock. This playful yet serious fascination with Area 51 illustrates the public's continued obsession with the possibility of extraterrestrial life. In July 1947, there was a widespread craze of UFOs in America. All across the country, people reported seeing flying saucers. UFOs. The craze began a month ago on June 24, when private pilot Kenneth Arnold claimed that he saw 9 shining UFOs near a hill around Seattle. He claimed that they were flying very fast with speeds of 2,000 kilometers per hour. Within 2 weeks from this, people reported seeing flying UFOs from all across America. This was heavily discussed in the media. This map shows the sites of UFO sightings in America. Media started linking it to atomic sites. They focused on the 3 areas with the most UFO sightings. These were the sites of nuclear tests. Meanwhile, a man from New Mexico, Mac Brazel, recalled finding weird waste on his field 3 weeks ago. A tin foil, rubber, and a thin wooden beam. He couldn't figure out what they were. He wondered if they were related to the UFO craze. So he took the debris to Roswell Sharif on July 7. This drew the attention of an Army officer, Colonel William Blanchard. He was the commanding officer of the Roswell Army Airfield, RAAF. The next day, RAAF released a statement saying that the rumors of the flying discs had come true. The 509th Bomb Group of the 8th Air Force, Roswell Army Airfield, was fortunate enough to gain possession of a disc. The U.S. Army claimed to have received proof of UFOs. But the next day, the U.S. Army officials retract their stance. They said that the debris they were presented with was from a weather balloon. As proof, photos of Major Marcel were released where he can be seen with the pieces of the weather balloon. After this, the news died down. The media assumed there was never a UFO, but merely a weather balloon. And the public loses interest as well. But years later, in the late 1970s, once again rumors were spreading of an alien craft being spotted flying over the New Mexico desert. The rumors held that lightning struck this UFO, leading it to crash, killing the aliens inside it. In 1980, Major Marcel wrote the book, The Roswell Incident, claiming that the debris he had seen was from nothing made on this earth. It didn't seem to be from this world. Since then, the importance of the Roswell incident kept increasing. New theories have come up. People claim that in the UFO crash a living alien was discovered. And that the U.S. Army has kept the alien at a secret base, and some people believe that till now, the alien is imprisoned at a top-secret base. And that the U.S. Army is trying to reverse-engineer alien technology and research on alien life. But this is happening at a top-secret location, Area 51. Come, let's understand this mystery in this video. Since the late 1940s, Americans have been fascinated by a mysterious region in Nevada, known as Area 51. What exactly goes on at Area 51? Area 51? The Air Force has recently made public an archive of UFO reports and investigations. Are there any alien remains in Area 51? Friends, Area 51 is actually a U.S. military facility found in the middle of a desert, miles away from the closest cities. Going there, trespassing, and going inside the facility is absolutely not allowed for people. Outside, you'd spot such signboards. Photography of this area is prohibited. In case of any suspicious activity here, it would be met with deadly force. There are repeated warnings on the signboards. So what's in there? There was an interesting incident a few years ago involving Area 51. In June 2019, Joe Rogan invited Bob Lazar on his podcast. Joe Rogan is a very famous podcaster. And Bob Lazar is a cult figure who believes in things like UFOs. He claimed to have deeply studied flying saucers and the Area 51. He claims that he was a researcher in Area 51. There, he researched alien technology and he was tasked with reverse engineering alien technology. An extensive narrative on UFO sightings and conspiracies in America, especially focusing on the Roswell incident and Area 51. It begins with the 1947 UFO craze triggered by pilot Kenneth Arnold's sighting of 9 shiny flying objects near Seattle, followed by multiple UFO sightings across the country. This culminates in the infamous Roswell incident, where debris found on McBrazel's New Mexico field led to a public statement from the U.S. Army claiming possession of a flying disc. However, the military quickly retracted their claim, stating that the debris was from a weather balloon, thus quieting public interest in UFOs. Decades later, rumors reignited, suggesting the debris was actually from a crashed alien spacecraft and that the U.S. government was hiding alien remains and technology. By the 1980s, conspiracy theorists like Major Marcel, who was involved in the original Roswell investigation, further fueled these ideas, leading to popular beliefs that extraterrestrial life and advanced alien technology were being secretly studied at a military facility in Nevada, Area 51. This secretive base was often linked to the government's attempts to reverse engineer alien technology. Area 51's mystery and secrecy reached new heights, especially after claims made by Bob Lazar in the late 1980s. He claimed to have worked at Area 51 on reverse engineering alien spacecraft, which led to his cult status among UFO enthusiasts. However, many credible sources discredited his claims, especially after his academic credentials were revealed to be fabricated. Despite the skepticism surrounding Lazar, Area 51 continued to be the focal point for UFO conspiracies, partly due to the restricted nature of the base and the government's tight-lipped approach to discussing it. The narrative then delves into the history of Area 51, established during the Cold War as a testing ground for advanced military aircraft, including spy planes like the U-2 and the State Route 71 Blackbird. These high-altitude planes were often mistaken for UFOs, especially during test flights in the 1950s and 1960s. The CIA, rather than dispelling UFO rumors, allowed them to persist as a convenient cover for their secret operations. This mix of government secrecy, media attention, and genuine public curiosity laid the foundation for decades of UFO speculation tied to the military. In the early 2000s and 2010s, more declassified documents and UFO videos were released, showing the U.S. government's increasing willingness to acknowledge unidentified aerial phenomena, UAP, though without affirming any extraterrestrial connection. Official reports and investigations continue to suggest that most UFO sightings can be attributed to experimental military aircraft, weather balloons, or other explainable phenomena. Nevertheless, the conspiracy theories persist, amplified by popular culture, media coverage, and a deep-rooted fascination with the unknown. The Roswell incident, Area 51, and the broader UFO phenomenon remain topics of intrigue, blending historical events with speculation and myth. While the U.S. government has taken steps to clarify its involvement in UFO investigations, the lack of complete transparency has only added fuel to the fire for conspiracy theorists. Despite overwhelming evidence pointing toward terrestrial explanations, the idea of alien life and advanced extraterrestrial technology hidden away in a secret government base continues to capture the imagination of millions worldwide.